what's next. I don't know, which is kind of crazy. And
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is what is next? What do you look at and you say, well,
a lot more directing. Um, you know, hopefully kids at some point, or a kid. Let's see. Traveling, more traveling.
Welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. So as we see, Meagan Good is back in the news again. She was at the premiere of her movie and she discussed how she wants to have kids and eventually settle down one day. I will have a link to the article and you guys can actually check it out for yourself. Now, first and foremost, I am not trying to bash Meagan Good. I actually wish her all the best. I hope that she is able to have kids one day. I hope that everything works out for her. And I hope that she has a very successful movie career. However, let's be real. Married for 9 years, didn't want kids. Now you're divorced. At 41, you want to start a family. Like Uncle Kevin Samuels always says, you can't make this up, people. You can't make this up. This is a great lesson. The streets are not what you think it is. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the city girl lies. Don't believe the lies that you see on social media. Clearly what happened was Miss Meagan Good, also known as Miss Good if you're nasty. She went out there to explore the streets after divorcing with Devon Franklin, and she came to the realization that she's in her 40s and the dating game isn't like it was back in the 90s. In the early 2000s when she was in her prime. Also guys, we have to keep in mind, Devon Franklin was the one who filed for divorce. How often do we hear about men being the one who do it? Especially when it comes to celebrity guys in the industry. Usually, majority of the time, it's the woman that files for divorce first. But in her case, Devon Franklin was the one that filed for divorce. That is a red flag. Unfortunately, for some women, they do not realize the streets ain't real until it's too late. And now they're living in regret. Especially somebody like Meagan Good, who will want a guy who's at Devon Franklin's level in terms of looks and status. Guess what? Guys, don't sleep on Devon. He is a producer. He's an executive producer. He has production credits. He's also been in movies. So this man is really out here grinding. He's putting in work. He is getting that bag. He is making that paper, right? So this man is clearly making a good 6+ figures out here in Hollywood. And we know that it's hard for women to downgrade in lifestyle. She's going to want somebody who's at least at Devon Franklin's level or higher. She's not going to want to settle and downgrade in lifestyle. But the issue is the dating game today is not like it was when Meagan Good was in her prime. The type of guys that she would be attracted to, especially at her age, those guys are going to be older unless she tries to date a younger guy. And those older guys, usually they're already taken. They're not interested in dating, or they're going after younger girls. Whether Meagan wants to believe it or not, or she wants to still live in La La Land, some guys will judge her based on her dating history, the fact that she's divorced, the fact that her husband was the one that filed for divorce. It's very uncommon for guys to be the ones that file for divorce first. Some guys will judge her based on her lifestyle, the fact that she always wants to be on the scene. It's slim pickings out here. We have young women that are struggling to find relationships. Can you imagine an older woman who's trying to be a part of this dating game? It's not like it was in the early 2000s. It's really hard out here for both men and women. Some guys will also judge her based on the type of roles that she portrays. The fact that she's always like a sex symbol, the way she dresses, which is always very provocative, always showing off her body. Even recently, look at the type of role she was doing. Guys will judge her on something like this. Some do not want the mother of their kids, their future wives, to be doing scenes like this. Of course, someone like Meagan Good is going to call him controlling. But let's be real. This is not controlling. This is not being insecure. This is called having standards and self-respect. Who wants their wife, the mother of their kids, on camera, doing a scene, tossing some guy's salad, eating booty? How can you brag to your friends, your family, your coworkers, your employees about your wife and the latest movie that she's in, and when they go to watch the movie, they see her tossing a guy's salad? This is not a good look at all, no matter how you try to spin it. Right now in 2022, the dating scene is very horrible. It's hard for both men and women. For women, you have to deal with guys who are not trying to settle down. You have guys that are just more focused on themselves. They're not interested in relationships. They're more focused on improving themselves. You got guys who try to do the right thing. They tried to settle down, but unfortunately, they were left with their hearts crushed. Now they're dealing and trying to recover from divorce, child support, or the emotional damage that their ex left on them. It's very slim pickings out here. Why else do you think relationship topics have been so popular and trending lately? Why do you think all these podcasts discussing relationships like Kevin Samuels, Kendra G, and all those YouTubers. Why do you think so many people tune in? It's really hard out here. The dating scene is not very friendly to both men and women. It's very hard. You have inflation at an all-time high. It's too expensive to go on dates. Marriage is even more expensive than it used to be. Having kids is more expensive than it used to be. Honestly, right now, if you're in a relationship, you're thinking about divorcing or breaking up with your spouse, if they're not beating you, they're not physically assaulting you, they're not cheating on you, they're not stealing your money, most of the other things that happen in relationships can be worked on. Relationships are not fairy tale. They're not meant to be perfect. Think about it. For you guys that have siblings that you grew up with, you share both parents, you have the same blood type, yet you guys sometimes bicker and argue. If you struggle to get along with your sibling, even though you love them, what makes you think somebody else who you're dating or married to, who you guys were not raised in the same household, that you won't experience certain times where you guys are gonna also argue and not get along with? It doesn't mean that you guys don't love each other. It doesn't mean that you guys don't care about each other. That is just how life is. Nobody's perfect. No relationship is perfect. Those Disney fairy tales do not exist. A lot of times we believe in the Disney fairy tale of a perfect relationship, especially with social media and couple goals. But those couples don't show the flaws in their relationship. They do not show the imperfectness in real life. So we sometimes look to have the perfect relationship, but there is no such thing as a perfect relationship nor a perfect mate. And sometimes, unfortunately, due to social media, if we feel like something is not perfect, we are quick to leave. We are quick to call it quits. We are quick to try to move on. We are quick to throw in the towel over any little thing that pops up in our relationship. We don't want to work to improve our relationships, which itself is not meant to be perfect. It's a constant battle. We don't want to water or garden and look to jump to the other side where the grass looks to be greener, but only to find out that the entire time that grass was fake. We feel that we can do better and that there's somebody out there that is perfect for us, but nobody is perfect. If you're not perfect, what makes you think that there's somebody out there that is perfect? And even if there is somebody out there that is perfect, what makes you think they want you? So when it comes to Meagan Good, hopefully things work out for her, and I wish her all the best. I wish her all the success in her career. But obviously, from what she's saying, it doesn't add up. You were married for 9 years. You never had kids. All of a sudden, now at 41, you're divorced. You've only been divorced for around a year, and you want to have kids. And you also want to settle down on top of that. Clearly, she went to explore the streets and found out that the streets are not what she think it was. Meagan Good is still very beautiful, but 2022 dating market is not friendly to both men and women, and she's not in her prime anymore. So that is one of the reasons why she's struggling. Hopefully things work out. But guys, before you're so quick to throw in the towel in your relationship, really think about it. This dating market is not friendly at all. Both men and women are struggling. They're complaining online. Why do you think all these relationship podcasts, these YouTubers have been getting so much traction, so much people tuning in? It's really a struggle out here. So guys, let me know what you think. And with that being said, I am out.